I'm Sarah from Sarah Elizabeth Hair. I'm going to show you a fun way to do your Gatsby hair for the Fun Make-A-Wish event. So I started out with my hair, obviously I already curled it, but I'm going to show you how to do these curls. I just used my wand. You can use a curling iron if you'd like, you just don't open up the clamp, just hold it down. So I started out with clean, dry hair. I did use some mousse in my hair and a little bit of a root lifter just at my base to give it a little bit of grit to it. So I'm just gonna grab each section, maybe an inch to an inch and a half wide. You don't have to be like super particular about it. But I'm just gonna wrap it going away from my face, all in the same direction. Watching your fingertips so that you don't burn those little fingers. And just leave it in the curl so it can cool off a little bit and it'll lock that curl in for you. And then you'll get a little bit more of a defined wave when we go to brush it out. And you can spray those with some hairspray when we're done. I'll show you that here in just a minute. You don't necessarily have to do all of your hair. It's really more the top that is going to be seen, and a lot of it's going to be tucked under. I'm going to be using a headband today. You don't have to use one. You could use bobby pins to kind of hold it back, or you could have some hair falling down around your face. It's completely up to you. Around, and I start counting about when I have like maybe an inch or so left at the bottom there, and maybe like 5 to 6 seconds is okay. And I'm just kind of running my fingers through it, getting all those little tangles out so it gets a nice smooth curl to it. I hope you're all as excited as I am for this event. It's gonna be amazing. Okay, so now I use a boar bristle brush, just like this, and I can put a link in the comments below. So once that is cooled a little bit, I'm gonna use just a little bit of hairspray. I just use Kevin Murphy, that's what I prefer. You can use whatever you want. It's not a super firm hold. On this one, I just did a light spray of it. So that way you still wanna be able to like brush it out a little bit as well. There we go. So for this look, I'm going to be doing kind of a faux bob off to the side a little. So I am going to start by putting my headband on, my little flapper headband on first, because we're going to work around it. And see how your wave is in there from your curling iron? That's what I'm talking about. It doesn't really matter if you do the whole thing. You just kind of need it to show on the top layer. I'm going to smooth this out a little bit, just use my fingers. They weren't into like tons of volume and body back then, but if you want a little bit more of a modern twist to it or feel to it, you can definitely use your fingers and pull some of your hair out. So I'm just going to put it in a side ponytail. So I'm just using a clear elastic band. If you have thick hair, you should probably use 2 at a time. And then when you take that out at the end of the night or the next morning, whatever, make sure that you cut that out very carefully instead of pulling it out. I don't want you to damage your hair. So I would put that hair tie in. Then you're going to split your ponytail and loop it through. And then pull that out a little. So it creates that kind of faux bob look. And then, you know, any night out, you could just leave it and kind of curl that and call it a day. But since we're going with the Gatsby look, I'm going to take my hair and wrap it back up into my headband, tucking those ends through. bobby pin. You don't need to open it. Just put it into your hair where you want it to hold, and then push it over. And it's going to securely hold your hair. This feels a little bit loose to me, so I'm going to pull it up a little bit and pin it. These little ends. I just kind of take my bobby pin, secure it in there, and then push it in towards my head to make that nice and secure. And this little guy is poking out, so I'm going to put him in too. So you could leave this out. This is just kind of falling. I am going to do a little bit more of a, going to open up my bobby pin, put it on the ends, then lightly put it where it needs to go to kind of fit with my wave. Which is just going to go right underneath there. And then this I'm going to pin in just a little bit tighter because I don't want it sticking out quite that much. And that one I do want a little bit out. So just do what is your personal preference. So I'm going to take my bobby pin again. I opened it up. I just use my hands, open it up, hold it, and then just